Hello, come on up to the top of your mat and we'll get started. Take your feet about hip distance apart, and that's 1 foot distance if you wanted to measure it, if you weren't quite sure. 1 foot distance is about hip distance. Start by grounding down through your feet, draw your tailbone in, lift your shoulders towards your ears, and then drop them down away from your ears. Bring your palms together in front of your heart, close your eyes, and take a few cycles of breath right here. As you inhale, belly rounds toward the front of your mat. And as you exhale, the navel moves back toward the spine, emptying the lungs. While you stand here breathing, just begin to feel your feet, bringing presence into your experience. Soften your shoulders down away from your ears and let your face relax. Letting go of any stress, any negativity or toxicity in the body or the mind or in your spirit. Just letting all of that go in the here and now. Open your eyes, inhale, reach your arms. And then exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look up and lengthen. You can have your hands on the floor or on your shins. And then exhale to fold. Press down through your feet to rise back up. Maybe a little back bend. And then exhale, hands in front of your heart. We'll do a few more of those, some half salutations before we move through the full sun salutations. Inhale, arms reach. And then exhale, open your arms, swan dive. Lead with your heart, come all the way down. Feel the back of the legs opening up. Inhale, look up and lengthen, navel to spine, shoulders away from your ears, inner thighs back. On an exhale, come on down. Reversing the dive, coming back up. Inhaling, reaching way up, getting taller, getting longer, bending back. And exhale, hands in front of your heart. Inhale. And then exhale, open your arms wide, folding nice and slowly. Inhale to lengthen, reaching through the crown of the head, groins back, inner thighs back, and then exhale, fold. Inhale, come on up. And exhale, hands in front of the heart. Inhale, reach your arms high. And then exhale, fold it forward. We're going to add on. Inhale, look up and lengthen, halfway lift. Exhale right here. Inhale, step the right leg back. Catch that high lunge. You can wiggle the right toes back a bit, sinking into that front thigh. And just breathing here, letting the hips open up. That right hip flexor, lengthening the femur bones in opposite directions, reaching back through the right heel. And then just straighten that front leg, folding over it. Take another breath. And then inhale, come back to that lunge. Rock it on up, back to your forward fold. Inhale, lengthen your spine halfway. And then exhale, fold. Reverse your dive, come all the way up nice and strong, reaching way up and back. And then exhale, palms in front of the heart. Inhale. And exhale, nice, long, slow fold. Inhale, lengthen your spine halfway. Exhale to fold. Inhale, step your left leg back, sinking into that front hip. Wiggle the left toes back a bit, reaching toward the front of your mat with that right knee. Shoulders drop down away from your ears. Lifting the back thigh toward the sky and reaching that front knee toward the front of your mat. Go ahead and straighten that front leg, folding over it. The inhale will help you to lengthen your torso, and the exhale will take you a little deeper. Coming back to that lunge, and then go ahead and step it up. Inhale to lengthen, exhale, fold. Bend your knees softly, let your arms dangle, chin toward your chest, roll yourself all the way up, bone by bone. Neck and the head is the very last to come up. Inhale, reach your arms, interlace your fingers, take a big breath in, and then exhale, drop over to the right. Keep your head up off that bottom arm, chin up off the chest, and then inhale, come on up, and then exhale to the left. Inhale, exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway left. And exhale it all out. Hands come down. This time we're going to step back to the top of a push-up. We'll take a breath or two here. Fingers spread wide apart, pressing down through the hands. Wrists, elbows, and shoulders stacked. Thighs lifting toward the sky. Inhale. And exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Hips stay up, keep the elbows in. Inhale to cobra, hips drop down, tops of the feet flat. Roll on up, shoulders away from the ears, maybe looking up. And on an exhale, our first downward facing dog. So tucking the toes, pressing the hips up and back. And we'll take a few cycles of breath here. You can either hold it still or you can pedal out the feet. Breathing as you move. Good. Bring the heels down. Inhale, come up on your toes, bend your knees, and go ahead and step to the top of your mat. Inhale, lifting the heart, and then exhale to fold. Take your hands, reach back, interlace the fingers, and then lift the hands up and overhead, or in that direction. Let your head hang. Feel free to exhale through the mouth anytime you feel any tension building in your body. Pressing down for the feet, keep your hands interlaced, reaching through the crown of the head as you come on up with a flat back. Feel free to take a little back bend here. And then exhale, bring your hands together in front of your heart. Inhale, arms reach. And then exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, step the right leg back, drop the right knee down, top of the foot flat. Inhale, come on up, reaching up high, lifting the sternum, and then bending back. Coming back up, take the right hand down, reach up through the left hand, taking a twist. Inhale, one more breath here. And then exhale, bring that left hand down, sit the hips back to stretch the back of your left leg. And you can point those toes, stretching out the front of the shin. Good, and then sit it back, flex the toes. Good, coming back into that low lunge, come on up for one more breath, inhale. And then exhale, bring the hands down, step it back, top of a push-up. Inhale in your push-up. And exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale to cobra pose, shoulders away from the ears, lift your heart. And on an exhale, up and back, downward dog. Inhale, come up on your toes, bend your knees. Step all the way to the top of your mat. Inhale to lengthen. And then exhale to fold. Inhale, come all the way up. And exhale, hands together in front of your heart. Inhale. And exhale. Notice how good the body's feeling as it moves. Inhale, lengthen, reaching through the crown of the head halfway. Exhale, fold. On your next in-breath, step the left leg back. Drop that knee down, top of the foot flat. Inhale, come on up and breathe. So you're sinking the hips forward here. That front knee, you still want the knee and ankle in line with one another. Soften your shoulder blades down the back, maybe looking up or straight ahead. On an exhale, bring the left hand down, reach the right hand up. Pull that right shoulder back, taking a twist, and pull that right knee in toward the midline of your body. On an exhale, bring that right hand down, sit the hips back to stretch the back of your right leg. Inhale and exhale. Point the toes, stretching the front of your right leg. And then coming back to the heel, reach the hips back a little further. Inhale, sink back down into that low lunge. Exhale it out. And then on your next breath in, inhale, come on up for one breath. And then exhale, bring the hands down, tuck the back toes, step it back. Inhale. And either lower down knees, chest, and chin, just like we have been, or come down into a low plank, hovering above the floor. And you can inhale to cobra or up dog on the tops of the feet. Knees lifted, hips lifted. Everything's lifted except the feet and the hands. Shoulders move away from the ears. Drop the hips down, lift your heart. And exhale it up and back. Inhale, lift your right leg. And then go ahead and drop that foot down a bit just to keep the hips squared off, reaching out through the right heel. Just take a few moments here. Keep pressing strongly into the hands. And then go ahead and bring it all the way through. Spin the back heel down. We're going to come on up to warrior two. Reach with that left hand. Spin on up. Heel to arch. Open up the arms nice and wide. Press that right knee open. Press down through the pinky toe side of the back foot. Shoulder soft. Looking out over the right fingertips. Inhale, straighten that front leg. And as you exhale, reach with the right hand. Drop the right hand down on the shin, the floor, or the ankle. Never on the knee. And look up at the left hand. Let that left hand lead you as you come on up. Flip the right palm, reach it up and back. We're going to come on back down, so you're going to cartwheel the hands down, spin up on the ball of the back foot, downward facing dog. Inhale to a push-up, just rolling it forward. Exhale, lowering however you choose. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale it on back, lifting the hips up and back. Press strongly through the hands, reaching down through the heels. And then inhale, lift the left leg, point the toes, and then go ahead and set that leg down just a bit, square off the hips, reach out through the heel. Take about 3 breaths here. Still pressing into the hands, let your head hang. Inhale, and then exhale, step that foot in between the hands. Spin the back foot down, line it up, heel to arch. Reach with the right hand, press on up. Warrior two on the other side. Pressing down through the pinky toe side of that right foot, sinking into the front hip, knee stacked over the ankle, and press that knee open. You want to be able to see your big toe, that front foot. Soften your shoulders away from your ears. Look out over the left fingertips. Inhale to straighten that front leg, and as you exhale, start reaching with the left hand until that right hip pops up, and then bring that hand down, reach up through the right hand for triangle on the other side. Making sure not to hold your breath. Let your right hand lead you as you come all the way up. Flip the left palm, reach it up and back. Reverse your triangle. The right hand just gently rests on that leg. You can even take it and wrap it around your low back if you choose. Good. Bring the arms back out. Spin the hands down, spin up on the ball of the back foot. Step it back, downward dog. Inhale to a push-up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra or up dog, whatever's in your practice. And exhale, downward facing. Take 2 more cycles of breath here. Walk your hands to your feet, folding over your legs. You can bend the knees if that feels better on your back, or you can keep the legs straight and hold on to opposite bicep. Chin in toward the chest, crown of the head reaching toward the floor. Face is soft. The hinge of your jaw is relaxed, and the breath is moving in and out, nice and evenly. Release the arms down. Walk yourself out, top of the push-up. Put the weight into the right hand, roll to the pinky toe side of the right foot. Take the left foot, stack it on top of the right, and then reach up through the left hand for side plank. Feel free to drop the right knee down if you need to. You can even take the top leg up and over if you want a different variation, pressing the hips up high. If you can, look up to that top hand. And then take that arm over the ear, press the hips high. Oops. And then come on down, back to your plank. We'll do the other side. Roll to the pinky toe side of that left foot, stacking the right foot on top, or take whatever variation you choose. Reach up through the right hand, rainbow the hips up high, and breathe. And then take that top arm over the ear. If you did it on the other side, press the hips way up high, breathe. And then exhale, bring it on down. Find your push-up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra or up dog. And exhale, lifting the hips up and back, breathing here. Press strongly into the hands, get longer through the arm bones, get longer through the thigh bones. And on an exhale, come down onto the knees, sit the hips back on the heels, hands come to your thighs, just taking a moment here. Open up your eyes. Come on up to the knees. Take your fists, bring them all the way together. We're going to use them to measure the distance that we want between our knees. It's about hip distance. Come on up. Tuck your toes. Bring your hands to support your low back. You can either have your thumbs pointing in toward your spine, fingertips around your waist, or hands like you're sliding them down into your pockets. So however you feel most supported. I prefer to keep my hands like this. Bring your elbows toward one another. Draw your tailbone in. Lift the sternum, so get some length before you start bending back. Keep lifting the heart as you drop back. If it feels okay on your neck, you can bring the head all the way with it. Still drawing your elbows toward one another. You can keep it right here, or you can reach down, see if you can grab a hold of your heels. And if you can easily grab your heels, you can bring the tops of your feet down. Head just hangs back. Send the hips forward, lifting the heart. And to come back out of it, we re-support our back and move very, very slowly. And once again, just sit back onto the heels. Bring the hands back behind you, fingertips pointing toward your toes. lift the knees up for a stretch along the front of the ankles. And then go ahead and bring it on down. We're going to rest in child's pose. Take your knees wide apart, toes together, and reach toward the top of your mat. Bring the forehead down. And slowly making your way back up. And we're going to bring the knees all the way back together. We're going to take a spinal twist. So once you get to where you're sitting on your knees, drop the hips over toward the right side of your heels. Bring that left leg up and over. Take your left hand right behind your back and then reach way up through the right hand, getting really long through the right side of your body. And then as you exhale, we're going to bring that elbow to the knee and twist. Pull the left shoulder back. Push into the left knee with the right elbow. And go ahead and release. Take a little stretch in the opposite direction, a nice open twist. And coming back onto the knees, onto the heels. Drop toward the left of the heels. Bring that right leg up and over. Right hand comes behind you. Reach up through the left hand, getting long through the side waist. And the exhale will start your twist. So the left elbow on the right knee, pushing into that knee, pull the right shoulder back. Still sitting up nice and tall. The inhale will help to lengthen you and create space in your body. And the exhale will help you take it a little further and twist a little more deeply. And unwinding, stretching yourself in the opposite direction, and coming back to center, and just taking a nice comfortable seat to close class. However you feel most comfortable, you can sit on the knees if that feels best for you, or have the legs straight out, that's fine too. Find a place for your hands, either on the thighs or in the lap. Sit up nice and tall, so you may need to rock back a little onto the sit bones. Shoulders soften down away from your ears, face is relaxed. And just sit here for a few minutes, relaxing your face, relaxing your eyes, the hinge of your jaw, and just enjoy these last few sweet moments that you set aside for yourself today. Just watching your breath. You can stay here for as long as you want. And thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you have a fantastic day. Namaste.